Alright, what's up everybody? How you guys and gals doing? We are just about ready to kick this thing off. We are getting her started. I hope everybody's awesome today. Alright. Thank you for coming out to my crazy live stream. I definitely appreciate it. You guys and gals are amazing. Thank you for being here. My camera's not working. Hold on a second. What's going on with that? It's always giving me problems. There we go. The camera is always being a pain in the buttocks. Dear camera, please do not be a butt pain. That's all I gotta say. A pain in the buttocks, man. Nobody appreciates a butt pain, dear camera. All right. So how is everyone's day going? Let me get your comments up on the screen. Speak French? Well, I'm not from France, so I don't know any French. What we got here? We got Tom, we got Morgan, we got Zach, we got Legend. Oh man, Sadi, how you doing today? Legends, Sloppy Skyros, Picardos, what's up, what's up? I think the only French word I know is a dirty word, and I probably shouldn't pronounce that on YouTube. I don't think it's a very nice word, honestly. Walter, how's your day? Awesome to see you. Thank you for coming out. I definitely appreciate it. But you know, what can you do, I suppose? Some people, you know, some people like dirty words, some people don't. I don't want to say dirty words. I try to keep it clean on my channel, so I am not going to pronounce it. Rags, what's up, buddy? Excellent. Good to see ya. Thank you, guys. How's everyone's day going? I definitely hope you guys are awesome. Alright, so if you guys got some game questions, get them on in there. Alright, Rags. Hold on a second, Rags. Why is this happening? Hold on a second. Weird. Okay, that's fixed. Rag says he found out that the orange juice and Mountain Dew weapons, the Condor in the air, and of course Arthur and many others that require high damage to break their shields, it goes right through them. So those weapons, I'm trying to remember, are those supposed to go through shields? I think it goes through physical shields, but I don't think they go through energy shields. Are you talking about physical shields? Yeah, I'm about 90% sure. I'm about 90% sure they go through physical shields. What's up, Mania? Madeline, good to see ya. Oh my god, what about the what camera? I thought you said hemorrhoid. I don't know what you're talking about. The hemorrhoid camera? Madeline, what are you talking about there? What? The what camera? I am very, very confused there. Alright. Ah, man. Madeline, you got me very confused. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know anything about no hemorrhoid camera. Thank goodness. That sounds like a horrible thing right there. Rico, good to see you, buddy. You're on vacation for 2 months? That's a nice vacation, buddy. That's a long vacation. Nitro Duck, good to see you. How you doing today? PASA, Pasa, how is your day going? Alright, so here's the thing about Diamond League, right? There's really no such thing as a best robot for Diamond League. What your goal should be is to get robots and weapons that will work in Champion League, because here's the deal. If you keep playing this game, you're slowly going to move up into the leagues till you're in the higher leagues. So my advice is just play what you have for now. Put Punishers and Thunder T's on everything for starter weapons, because they're really good. They're cheap to upgrade, they're easy to get, and they're very good starter weapons. And then when you get things that are actually good, you want to replace them when you get a really good weapon. But the thing is, you want to try and get things that will work in Champion League. So I would start building things in the workshop. First off, I would build 5 robots. I would look at building the Ravna, the Invader, the Fenrir, maybe a Skyros. I would probably build a Fenrir or a Ravna first, because those are just crazy good robots. But weapons, the worst part is the weapons probably change more than the robots. Weapons, you don't know when they're going to rebalance this thing, rebalance that thing all the time. It's hard to say what's going to stay good, but I just recently did a workshop guide for robots and weapons. Now, unfortunately, they just made a couple of changes to the game, which may have outdated my weapon guide. So I don't know if I would go by that. I might need to make a new one of those. I got to test out a couple of things. Like, they just nerfed the hills again, which were one of my highest recommended weapons. I'm going to probably do a video tomorrow where I put Hell Scotty snares on every single robot and play them, and we're going to find out how bad or how good those still are. I mean, I've got some testing in on them, and they don't feel bad, but I need to take a couple of hours where I just play nothing but those weapons to get a really good feel for them. So that's what I plan on doing today after the stream. Madeline, I don't even know what you're talking I don't know what you're talking about. It still sounds like a hemorrhoid camera. I'm dyslexic. I can't read. I'm seeing... Does that say hemorrhoid? I'm so confused. I don't know what's going on here. Unidentified. How are you today? But I would say it's much faster to build 5 good robots than it is to build a whole bunch of weapons. So I would focus on robots first. And then as you get good weapons, take the Punisher and Punisher T's off of there and start replacing those with the good weapons. Weapons for the Fenrir. Alright, so right now I still really like the Lanani style of weapons on the Fenrir. I like the blast shotguns if you're playing them up close. I used to always recommend Helen Scotty, but I'm not sure if I can still recommend those. That, like I said, that's something I gotta do some working on to find out if those are still worth our time or not. Yeah, I need to do some trying some things out. Now, nucleons and quarkers are not a bad idea. They're not the world's best things, but they're pretty easy to get, and I think they work well on the Fenrir. I still like running like a Redeemer. Like a Redeemer and 2 Pulsars. That's really good. I enjoy that. What else do I like on the Fenrir? I'm having a brain fart, but normally if I play the Fenrir, I throw on the blast shotguns. Now, this is something I'm really starting to like, surprisingly, but Where's my screen? These things right here. I got too many things here. That's not it. Hold on a second, everybody. Oh my goodness. There we go. I'm kind of liking these rust rockets on the Fenrir. I'm still trying to decide if I like these or if I love these, but right now they're doing better than expected after the small buff. But I've been playing these for a few days and they're feeling pretty nice. They're not bad whatsoever. So these are definitely something I would say is currently usable. I'm liking them. I'm liking these. I mean, there's always a lot of good choices, but those aren't too bad at the moment. But normally I just throw the blast shotguns on there, like the Cudgel Mace and Hammer. That's normally my go-to for the Fenrir most of the time. Alright. Zach says, is the Dragon and Hussar great on Nuo? Yeah, but those are good weapons. I'm trying to remember. I know there was something I normally like on most robots that I didn't enjoy on the Nuo. I can't remember if it was those or not. I mean, overall, though, those are great weapons. They're a little bit hard to aim, so if you're lagging a little bit, just remember if you've got a little bit of lag, you might have a hard time playing those weapons, but they're overall very good weapons for just about any robot. I personally don't like playing them because I think the aim is a little bit too precise. And sometimes the game lags, so that makes it very hard to play for me, but now that I'm playing on an actual PC platform instead of Android, it seems to be running so much better, so that might change my opinion on those, honestly. Excellent says, yes, but those are strong weapons for Nuo. You have to get close for Nuo. Why would you need to be close? I mean, that's a robot you can go up in the air and play long range. Maybe I'm misunderstanding what you're saying there. Nightcrawler, what's up, my man? Awesome to see ya. Alright, excellent. Remind me on the next live stream, buddy. We'll try that 5 Ultimate Avengers on there. I don't know about the Seeker drone, though. I'm not 100% sure how that's going to go with the Seeker drone, but we can give that a try. Next gameplay live stream, I should say, because, you know, today we're just doing question and answer. Nightcrawler says, how is the PC platform? Well, you can't map the keys, which sucks, but besides that, it's awesome. It's awesome. I mean, I get about 99.9% less lag now. It barely ever lags. I mean, there might be a little teeny tiny bit every once in a while, but it's pretty much not even noticeable. Honestly, I'm very happy with the way this game is playing on PC. I mean, it feels awesome. It feels great. I like it. And Soleil says, since Pixonic ruined my hanger, I stopped playing. What were you playing that got ruined exactly? So far, most of the stuff I've played that was nerfed is still playable. Now, they did buff the shell, but I don't think they made that very playable. I think the shell still sucks, but I think you can still play the Hell and the Scotty weapons. Nightcrawler says, thanks, Danny. Good to know. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, you can play on your phone or you're on the PC now anytime you want. Like, whichever one you open the game on, you're good to go. You're not switching over for good, right? If you got a PC, you might as well... If you got a PC and an Android phone, you might as well link your account to both, because whichever one you want to play on, hey, you can play on it. It makes life much nicer. I mean, that makes life so much nicer. Alright. Pasa says, what Titan should I use nowadays, Danny? I have Kid, Minos, Aether, Bagler, Bjorn, and Sirius. Okay, Minos. Alright, Minos is a very fun robot to play. It's not easy to play, but if you can get the hang of it, I think it's really good. And I think Bagler is really good right now. I mean, not Bagler. Bersaglier is a good Titan if you like it. But in my opinion, out of all those, the Minos or the Bjorn would be your two best picks. But a lot of people don't seem to like the Bjorn, and I don't know why. I can't figure it out. I think Bjorn's amazing. But there's so many people who just don't like playing the Bjorn. I can't figure it out. It's a really good Titan. I mean, it's hard to play as well. You got to know when to switch back and forth between abilities, but it's a awesome robot in my opinion. Little baby, how you doing today? I'm doing pretty good, thank you. Hope your day is awesome. Onyx, hello, hello. Vasily says the electric weapons. I'm sorry you're not liking them anymore. I assume you're talking about Hell and Scotty. I don't know. Those are like freeze electric weapons. Nightcrawler says, all my hanger. So your whole hanger got nerfed as well? That's never fun. LPSY Kangaroo, what's up, buddy? He says, I really enjoy playing robots, and I have many robots from the super chest, but I don't know which to choose because I don't know what is best for the current meta. Well, I don't know what you have, so I can't really tell you. Maybe if you name off a couple of them, I'll let you know if any of them are worth using right now. Pasta says, Bjorn is too slow. I don't know, it's a really good Titan. It's pretty durable. It's fun to play in my opinion, but some people like it, some people don't. Alright, Patrick says, what are the best free-to-play weapons now that the cryos have been nerfed? Alright, so blast shotguns, Hell Snare, and Mace, Cudgel, Hammer. I guess it doesn't hold all three, it only holds one of them. But those blast shotguns, I love those. If you don't mind the long reload times, the sonic weapons can be pretty good. I don't recommend those for a few reasons, but I think they're still very playable on Ravana. What else do I like on... Let me look through the medium weapons really quick that you can build in the workshop. Let's see, what would I put on there besides those two? Oh yeah, atomizers are okay. They're not bad. So if we're talking mainly workshop weapons, I think those would be my main choices though. I mean, I haven't actually tried the cryos since they nerfed the cryos. That's something I still need to test. But I would look at those 3 weapons. I think those are all great on there. Little baby wants to know what is 1 plus 1. I guess 4. Why? Midnight says, are arbiters and equalizers still good Titan weapons? Midnight, I can't figure it out, but they're not doing well for me, but I see a lot of people running them that just obliterate me, so I'm assuming they're good, but for some reason I'm not having much luck with them. But I see so many people running those that just run me over like I didn't even exist, which sucks, but unfortunately it happens all the time and I don't like it. Oh, Bedware? Bedware is a really cool Titan. Here's my thing about Titans, right? There's a lot of them that are actually good. I would say there's a bunch of them that are basically equally good. It really comes down to personal preference. Check this out. Let's talk about Titans really quick. Let's talk about Titans. So, Luchador is really, really good. Mauler is really good. Of course, Atlas is really good. Minos, really good. Bedwar, really good. Bjorn, really good. Heimdall, pretty darn good. Bjorn, really good. Indra, really good. Minos, really good. Rook can be pretty darn good. Some people who enjoy sniping still enjoy the Bersaglier. And those are the main ones, in my opinion, that are still worth playing. I mean, Sirius is cool, but most people hate it. If you don't like a slow robot, you don't want to play a Sirius. But out of all those ones I named, I think they're all very comparable in their own way, but it's really going to be personal preference as to which one you enjoy playing. For example, some people are currently loving playing the Heimdall, some people hate it. Some people love the Bjorn, some people hate it. Some people love the Minos, some people hate it. But I think any of those I just mentioned are completely awesome if they fit your playing style. That's the thing. Nightcrawler says yes all. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. That's crappy. Little baby was chased by a cat. Well, as long as it wasn't a lion or a tiger, you're probably alright. Yeah, we got question and answer today, little baby. Question and answer. But the thing is, you may love or hate some of those. So it's really hard to recommend Titans to people because there's so many that are so good and people seem to have so many different opinions on them. Hey Mito, how you doing today? Alright, Onyx, I personally like the Nodens, but I haven't played it for a while. Most people hate the Nodens. So Onyx says Nodens is a top Titan now. I've always enjoyed it. I think the Nodens is great, but the amount of people who dislike it make me not recommend it to people, but I like it personally. Should you play the game to get a good Titan? Well, it sounds like you've already got a bunch of Titans. I mean, even like Luchador is killer, if I didn't mention that one. Luchador is probably going to be my highest recommended free-to-play Titan because you can play the game, earn credits, and get a Luchador. But, I mean, I really like the Bedwar. I like the Minos. They're all really good. K-Fed, what's going on, buddy? How you doing today? Aaron says, Danny, now watching ads get free resources too. We must wait for 2 minutes and above before we can get or watch ads. Wait, Aaron, what are you talking about, buddy? What? Waiting 2 minutes? You gotta wait 2 minutes. I don't know what you're referring to. I've never seen that before. Now, I know you can only watch so many ads per day. It's been like that for a long time. So if you watch the maximum amount of ads, you have to wait for like 24 hours or whenever the ads reset. But I've never seen anything where I have to wait several minutes before. Thing is, every time you watch an advertisement, they make money off of that. So I don't know why they would limit any ads, honestly. But I'm not sure what you're referring to. When I go to watch ads, I can always watch them, so I've never seen that. That's weird. What's up, Let's Go? How you doing today? I just dropped my headphone on the floor, so that stinks. Unknown Gamer says Muller is life. Muller is probably one of the best Titans in the game still. Excellent says Nodens is okay, but there are much stronger units. Nightcrawler says my Raven with mace, hazards, and shatters. Yeah, that's a good setup right there. Very good setup. Wait, Madeline, you gotta watch 5 minutes? Wait, 5 minutes? What's going on here? Hold on a second. What are you guys talking about? 5 minutes and 2 minutes? Are you saying like after you log into the game, or you watch one ad, then you have to wait before you can watch another one? Please explain what you guys are talking about, because I haven't seen this. Little Baby says, everybody please like and subscribe to the channel. That would be very nice. Thank you. Yano Fang, how's it going? Nice to see you today. Alright, Passa does not like the luchador. Thinks it's boring. Should you play the game or not? If you like the game, yeah, definitely play it. So if you want something a little more exciting than the luchador, you might like the Minos. Minos takes a little more skill to play and it can run around. The Minos is a really fun Titan. If you don't like the luchador, you would probably find the Bedware and the Bjorn and stuff like that to be boring. So I would say maybe try the Minos. I'm guessing if you want something a little more exciting, go with the Minos. It's actually quite good. Excellent says if you watch too many ads, you have to play matches to unlock more ads. Yes, if you don't play enough games, they do make you watch more ads. Or play more games to watch more ads. It's always been that way, but I guess I usually play a bunch of games before I watch the ads, so I guess that's never been an issue for me, because ad watching is usually something I do before I shut the game down, so I always get on play and then I watch any ads. Alright, best free-to-play weapons for the Mauler. The problem is there's really not anything I would consider to be free-to-play weapons for Titans, right? If you go to the store, here's the problem. If you go to the store to look for Titan weapons, I mean, what can you actually buy with resources, right? Pretty much everything you can buy with game resources sucks. I mean, you can get Vengeance, SARS, Genderms, Catalyst, Grom, Striker, Belova, Ballista, Dazzlers, and Gargantuas. And in my opinion, none of those are really good. None of those are good weapons to me. Like, they're all subpar. I mean, honestly, I would just play the weapons that it comes with until you can get something that's good, maybe out of like your keys or whatever, right? So if you're trying to get good Titan weapons and you don't want to spend money, I mean, you're going to earn keys just from playing the game. I clicked on the wrong thing. there's too many things to click on the screen here, and that always messes me up. Ah, my other earphone. I'll put it in the opposite ear. Wrong button again. But if you come in here, right? If you open these chests, I mean, every time you get 1,000 keys, come in here and open this up, and you might get some Titan weapons out of it. That's probably the only way to get Titan weapons as free-to-play, but I really like the Avoras and the Varons. I think those are just really good all-around weapons. The Maha and the Mahavajras, I don't like them, but a lot of people do. I think, honestly, though, the Varon and the Avoras are kind of what I like to just run on most Titans, most of the time. But, yeah, it's definitely not easy to get good Titan weapons. Aaron says, Danny, it's a thing now. You check on where they give us free resource under the chest button. Hold on a second. What is a chest button with free resources? Are you talking about the little shopping cart? You know what? I never watched the ads there. Is this what you're talking about here? The specials? Where you click on the shopping cart? Right now, I have specials, but there's no advertisements here. But yeah, you know, I never come in here and mess with these. I probably should, but I don't. But I mean, the only ads I really watch is when I come into the daily tasks. Like, sometimes I watch these ads here, if there are any. Now, I'm on the PC platform right now. There are no ads on the PC platform, so I actually have to log on to my Android account in order to watch ads. So PC doesn't have ads, right? Only Google and iOS, the mobile platforms do, but the PC platforms don't, because the PC platforms actually don't allow ads. But that's another good reason to link your PC account with an Android account or whatever. Then you can log on to either one, and you can open the game on your Android phone and watch the advertisements. But I'm pretty sure, I mean, we can link our Android account to PC, so I would assume we can link the PC to an Android account as well. I would think it goes both ways. What weapons should you use for Minos? Right now, I would say Alright, Varon and Avoros I really like on the Minos. I like those a lot. If you got them. Cinders are not as bad as you might think. I like the pyro weapons on there. I mean, those are the main ones I play on there, but I usually just throw on the Varons and Avoras. Ice rockets are okay if you enjoy those, but right now I find there's not a lot of good choices on Titan weapons. Like when they rebalance Titan weapons, I think the Titan weapons always take a really big hit. Rag says, Danny, we all know you don't bother with it, but we need to. Don't bother with what? Watching ads? I watch a lot of ads, just not for whatever that shopping cart thing is. You can only watch so many ads on a day, right? I gotta watch 50 ads on this game. I gotta watch 50 ads on another game that I play, and I can easily spend 30-40 minutes watching ads, so I pick and choose which ads I watch. Hey, Zishan, what's up, buddy? But I've never had to wait to watch ads before. I mean, I just watch ads until I'm out of them, and then I can't watch anymore till tomorrow. So, yeah, I don't know what you guys are referring to. Is there an alpha version of Cinder? No. No, there's not for some reason. What's up, Taylor? Top 5 tier 2 weapons. Oh my gosh. I don't really have any, there's really no tier 2 weapons that I play. Tier 2 weapons are maybe great for somebody who's new to the game, but when you move up, if you play a lot long enough, you're going to move up into the leagues, you're going to get up into the higher leagues, and you're going to find that tier 2 weapons do not cut the mustard, so I do not recommend any tier 2 weapons. The only low tier weapons I actually really recommend are Punisher and Punisher T. Those are pretty good. They're cheap to upgrade, they're easy to get, and they will carry you up until the higher leagues. But when it comes to tier 1 and tier 2 weapons, there's hardly anything that's worth playing in my opinion. They might work for somebody in the lower leagues, but if you dump a bunch of resources into something that's not going to work when you move up, then unfortunately you're going to be at the point where, oh man, now I got to spend resources on something else. So I don't really recommend any tier 1 or tier 2 weapons other than Punisher and Punisher T. They're really cheap to upgrade and easy to get, and they work. But any of the other lower tier weapons, I really don't recommend whatsoever. You know, there's some tier 4 weapons that are great. There's some tier 3 weapons that are great, but that's about it. What's up, Daniel Sykes? How you doing today? Awesome to see ya. Alright, Madeline thinks the Anguishers and Runers will get buffed. I think they could definitely use that again. Wait, Daniel Sykes says, I've watched so many ads and then not got the prize. Well, that would be awful. That would be really awful. Excellent was looking for something for the past year. Separate CB, hello, hello. Alright, Aaron, next time I log on to my Android account, I'm going to have to pay attention to what's going on with these advertisements. When did this start? I'm going to let them know if people are complaining about this as well. That's interesting and weird. Rag says, watch the daily first and collect the bonus of platinum and everything else that comes with it. Then collect all the rest except for the power boosters and keys. The ads will not run out. Do them last. What's up, Dr. Floyd? How are you doing today? Dragon, good to see ya. Yeah, Dragon, I did see that. Like, if you're on PC, their ads don't exist, but it still tells you. It still tells you to watch the ad. That is kind of crappy, isn't it? I did notice that because I recently switched over to that PC platform, and it's like, hey, watch this advertisement, and there's no advertisement there. Alright, Excellent says, I recommend Arbalist. I run a pair of them alongside of my Steel Piercer, and I've dropped the Newton with them. Haha. Personally, I don't know why, but I can't really get into those. But not everybody likes everything, I guess. Midnight says, punish your tease. Now, there used to be a way to report ads that were messed up on Google, but I think they took that away, so you can't do it anymore. Heck, I gotta pee, guys and gals. I'm gonna be right back in just a minute. My bladder's yelling at me. I don't know why, but the last couple of days I've been peeing like crazy. I think I've been drinking a lot more water than crazy, too, but I'll be right back. I also gotta try and get my headphone that fell on the floor too. I've lost my headphone. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. Now, one thing I used to always do back in the day is I would watch a couple ads, play a couple games. Watch a couple ads, play a couple games, right? It broke up the monotony. Because watching advertising was always really boring. So yeah, that's what I used to do a lot. So if it is making you wait in between watching ads, maybe do that. Because it sucks watching a whole bunch of advertisements in a row. That's never fun. But it's not so bad to watch a couple here and there. Play a game, watch a couple, play a game, watch a couple. I mean, that does make a ad watching experience much better, in my opinion. You gotta watch out for the wad atching experience, or whatever it was I just started to say there. That didn't come out quite right, but you guys know what I mean. You know, you gotta be really careful when wad atching because, you know, you guys understand about wad atching, right? I think. Alright, so Dragon says, after all this time, I finally got the bedware and the legendary pilot. What I don't have is the resources and the flamethrower weapons. Alright, so Dragon, you don't need the flamethrower weapons, right? You can put any weapons you like on that. Now, as far as resources, if you grind enough on the game, it doesn't take too long to get some platinum, but I don't know how much time you guys have to play. That's one thing. I mean, I probably, on average, on my personal account, I try to play for 2 to 3 hours per night. The little bit of free time I have at the end of the day when I'm done with all my stuff, I spend that 2 to 3 hours a night usually playing my personal War Robots account to grind for resources. So I grind my butt off to keep up with my account, right? If you're only playing 1 or 2 games here or there, or just a couple or a day, unfortunately, you're really going to have a hard time, but should you buy the Scavenger Heimdall offer? How much is it? I personally love the Heimdall. Well, you love the Heimdall? I don't know, but I love the Heimdall. It's very fun to play. It's my favorite Titan to play, honestly. Even though it's not the best, it's really good. It's not the best Titan, but it is a really good Titan. I love it. A lot of people think it's confusing because you have to... One button switches between abilities, and then the other button activates the ability, and for some reason people have a hard time with that. I don't know. I'm going to look to see if I have a Heimdall offer currently. I don't think I do. But some people have a really hard time playing it. Oh yeah, I do. I got a level 3 Heimdall with 2 Avoras and 2 Vajras. That's a really weird deal. For $7. Those weapons would be really weird to play together, but I mean, for $7, that's not bad, but I don't know. Blake Lee, what's up, my man? Is that what yours is? Or is yours different? You might have something very different than I do. I mean, honestly, I like the robot and I like the weapons. I mean, for $7, it's probably worth it. If you're cheap to play, dropping $5 on this, $10 on this, a couple times a month, totally worth it. But now look at this: for $5, you can get a Kraken Indra with the Maha Vajras and a Yang Li pilot for $5. Now that's a good deal. That comes with the pilot, weapons, and the Titan. I got a Rook with the pilot. I mean, I think these are good deals here. Let me turn this off. So this is actually a good deal if you like the ice rockets. I mean, that's not bad. $6. You got Nessa rigs, weapons, and a Titan. Here you got Titan, weapons, and a pilot for $5. Those are really good deals right there. I mean, this is $8. I don't know. I don't really like the Bersaglier, so I can't really say, but some people like it. Here's a bedware for $7 with a pilot and the flamethrowers. I mean, these aren't bad deals. These aren't bad deals whatsoever, but my only problem with this Heimdall is the weapons don't match, right? I don't want 2 Avoras and 2 Vajras. That messes the whole thing up for me, but still, for $7, it's probably worth it. It's probably worth it. I guess. I mean, it depends, but it's not a lot of money. It'd be okay. Walter, he says, I agree, I love my Heimdall. Madeline says, I don't think it's worth $8. You can get it from the super chest. Yeah, but here's the deal. How many times are you going to open a super chest and the thing you want pops out, right? I mean, every time I open the super chest, I seem to get a scorpion out of it. I notice I get the same things over and over and over and over and over and over anytime I open a super chest. They hate me. Dragon says, if I was ever spending in this game, I would spend on resources alone, nothing else. Yeah, normally when I buy things, I buy resource packages, but if there was a cheap robot deal like this, I don't mind spending $5, $6, $7 on a robot or a Titan, you know, but for the most part, I hear you. Most of what I buy is just resources. Like, I'm always having to buy Memoriam because I'm always running out of Memoriam for my pilots. There's a few things I have to buy constantly, but it's not expensive, right? I might spend $10 here, maybe next month, $20. I might go a month or two without buying anything, so I don't know. I probably average like $5 or $10 a month on this game, honestly, for my personal account. Of course, the Battlerec account, that one's completely, everything on there is supplied by Pixonic, but that's not my account, right? That's just one I get to play to make videos with, so that account's not guaranteed to be there forever. I mean, I don't think they're gonna ever take it away, but it could happen, so I like to make sure I try to keep up on my own account as well. Midnight, yeah, the Shant weapon is very good on a Teth, my man. Alright, Danny, what's going on? He needs help. What do you need help with? Maybe we got something for you. I don't know. Madeline says you should wait for the Mauler. I still feel like they're going to nerf the Mauler again. I could be wrong, but I got a feeling around January when the next set of a big... I'm expecting a big rebalance around January. And my guess is Mauler is going to get hit. That's just my theory. Zetian says, if I have to spend money, then I purchase Memoriam and gold. Excellent, says Peace Cat. Okay. Four Avoras on Heimdall, in my opinion, is a very good thing. I like to have a little bit of range on Heimdall, right? I think Heimdall's good for long range fighting and close range, but I like to have a good 500-600 meters on those weapons when possible. Brandon Eller. Why are you praying for excellent? Excellent. I hope everything's okay, my man. I don't know if I missed something, but... Dragon ran out of everything but power cells. Yeah, that's one thing I've never run out of either. A lot of people always seem to run out of those. I bought so many power cells with gold back when you used to be able to do that. It was crazy. And there was actually several years where I didn't use power cells. There was a time where I don't think you needed to use power cells. Now you pretty much have to. All right, passive, those offers are constantly coming back, right? You might find a better offer than that if you wait. If you're going to buy something like that, wait for the offer you actually want to show up. Alright, so our Danny's got a bunch of Titans, but not enough weapons. Here's the thing, they come with weapons. They're not great, but you can play the weapons they come with until you get something better. That's the thing. I just went about a whole month playing Retaliators on my Heimdall, and even though it wasn't the greatest thing in the world, I had no complaints. I played those Retaliators on there for a month and I was happy with it. Of course, they're not as good as, you know, not as good as something else, but I played them for an entire month. Not kidding. On my personal account. And they did fine. They weren't great, but they were playable. They worked. My advice is just play what you got until you can get something better, right? Sometimes, unfortunately, you have to have a lot of patience in this game, or you have to break out your wallet and buy stuff. I think I've got like, I think I've got 4 of each. I think I got 4 of the standard heavy weapons maxed and 4 of the basic standard, the Retaliators and the other things. I don't know what they're called. Let me go look. On the alphas, I've got... I don't like the alpha as much as I like the beta on those, honestly. I got 3 maxed out Vengeance and I got 4 maxed out Retaliators. And I'm going to tell you what, they work. They work. Excellent, says loose wallet time. But unfortunately, this game takes a lot of patience if you're not spending money. I mean, okay, so I played this game as a free-to-play player for years. It probably took me, I don't know, I would say it took me 2 to 3 years to really build up a decent hanger in this game, right? I played what I had. I played mixed match weapons. I mean, I played all kinds of random junk until I finally started getting nice stuff. Madeline says, come on, man, don't jinx the Muller. Armchair Fate, how's it going today? Oh, microchips. For some reason, I always seem to earn just enough microchips to upgrade 1 drone every time I get a new drone, so... I never upgrade more than one of each drone on my personal account, but yeah, microchips, that's a rough one, unfortunately. That's a rough one. Alright, so our Danny, I mean, I don't really know what you want to do. There's nothing wrong with spending a few dollars to get some Titan weapons, but there's also nothing wrong with trying to get them with keys either. That's personal preference, right? If you want to get something right now, spend a little money. If you're willing to wait, then hey, use your keys as you earn them, right? That's really going to be personal preference there. There's a lot of cheap deals in the store that you can get right now for a few dollars here, a few dollars there. But if you don't want to spend that money, then, you know, use your keys and wait. It's really up to you what you want to do. I mean, I can't really say, hey, go spend a bunch of money, right? I'm not going to tell anybody, go spend your money on a game. But if you want to, go for it. If you don't want to, then you have the option to wait and be patient, you know? Brandon Eller says, I need to turn free to play and stop spending money. Sometimes that might be a good thing to do for a while. I don't know. Flabhab says, I want to steal Strix from Berserker or Predator. They haven't posted winners yet. That's awesome, buddy. That is awesome. Congratulations. Is 5 Piercers worth upgrading for the Strix? That's what I play on mine, Midnight. I really like them for some reason. They're weird weapons, but I really enjoy them. So if I miss anybody's questions, I'm sorry. Sometimes they scroll by and I miss them. Alright. Zishin killed a new Titan with a Sonic Luchador. Awesome. Oh, the person left the game. Aaron, why do you say don't buy the Heimdall, my man? You don't like the Heimdall? I'm guessing Aaron doesn't like the Heimdall. But Vlad, yeah, congrats on winning a steel Strix, man. That's awesome. Very cool. I remember back before I was doing the whole YouTube thing, my ear itches. I'm going to scratch it. I'm picking my ear. But I entered a giveaway on Reddit and I won a Hades. It was super cool to win something. Now I'm not eligible for giveaways, so I don't enter them anymore, but I guess if I really wanted to, I could probably enter them, but I don't. Passes says, I miss the old Fury with 3 Thunders. That thing was a beast back in the day. Excellent says, I never have enough microchips unless the $1 deals appear. That's the one thing I hate is the microchips are kind of expensive. Mania, yeah, this is gameplay from a few years ago. Ab, what's up, buddy? How's your day going? What's up, Monster? How are you today? Are the Hellers, Grellers, and Screamers still good? Walter, they were doing decent last time I played them. I would consider them to be decent performing weapons. I didn't think they were great, but I didn't think they were bad. You know, they were okay. They were playable. I said, alright, yeah, I could use these. They're okay. Some people still seem to like them a lot, but I would consider them to be, I don't know, like 1 being terrible, 10 being excellent. I would give them maybe like a 5 or a 6. Decent, you know? Decent. I mean, a 10 is like the Shant weapon that rips you to pieces, right? Of course, they're not going to compete with that, but Excellent says, Heimdall is unique. You have to play it like a chicken. I don't know. I get right up in people's face and brawl with mine. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, but I don't like playing like a chicken. 1-on-1, I can take on a Mauler with my Heimdall. 1-on-1. 2 versus 1, though, that won't work very well. Daniel says, I found the prices in the store are getting more expensive. Daniel, are you buying things more often? Because here's what happens with the prices. So if you don't spend very much money or you don't spend anything at all, they start to lower the prices in your store. Because they're like, okay, this player is not buying anything. Let's give him lower prices. And then when you start buying things, then they put the prices back up to the normal. So those of us who don't buy anything for several weeks usually get cheaper prices. But they figure, well, if this person's not buying, maybe they'll buy if we give them cheaper prices, right? And then once you do, then they put them back to normal, that's actually a good business tactic. if you really think about it. Me personally, I'm way more likely to buy something at the cheaper prices than the normal prices. If it's not dirt cheap, I'm not buying it. I mean, if I was rich, if I made a bunch of money, sure. I mean, this little Warrobots channel makes, I don't know, for years, this little channel made like $300, $350 a month, which is nothing. So I think it's making a little bit more than that right now, but YouTube doesn't pay anywhere near as much as people think it does, right? I put 40, 50, 60 hours a week into this YouTube channel. I probably make $2 or $3 an hour off of it. You know what I'm saying there? It's crazy. But I mean, just answering people's comments, like I don't get as many comments as I used to, but I spend at least 1 to 2 hours almost every day answering comments just on this game. So I consider that part of what I do for the YouTube channel. Plus there's the recording, recording game footage, recording this video, all the video editing, all the other junk. I mean, let's just say I need to record game footage. I usually spend anywhere between 2 to 3 hours recording. Then there's recording the intro and outro. There's another like usually hour, right? So let's just say 2 hours of recording game footage, an hour for the rest of the recording, an hour to an hour and a half for editing and uploading and all that. So I mean, it takes several hours to make a 15-20 minute video. Plus, there's all the other stuff that's involved. So YouTube is very, very time consuming. And 1,000 views is like somewhere between $2 and $4, I think. So we don't make that much money off of the YouTube, unfortunately. So I can't afford to spend very much personally. If YouTube paid me more money, I would buy more things in the game. What do I think about Decay's burst damage? I haven't played those in quite a while. Last time I played the Decays, I liked them, but I didn't love them. I think it really depends on which robot. On some robots, I enjoy playing the Decay family of weapons, and some I don't, but it's been several months, I think, since I've actually played them, so I'm not 100% sure, but last time I played them, they still felt very good. Alright, Dip, hold on a second now. He says, Danny, last time I asked you about a build for Strix, you suggested the Hells, but it will take some time to produce them, so I mounted Decays, and it did great. Yeah, if you got 6 Decays, go for it. But Hells, right, I still like the Hells on there, right, even though they're, I lost my train of thought. I completely lost my train of thought. Crap. Where was I going with this? I don't know. Hells aren't what they used to be. They just got nerfed, but they're still good. I actually need to test the Decays again because it's been a little while since I played them. But they were quite good last time I played them. But yeah, if you put those on there and you're enjoying it, I mean, 5 of them, I can see that being really good, actually. Pasa, you're out of here. If so, have a great day. Excellent says, I get up in people's face with a Crisis. Crisis is probably the last robot I would want to get up in your face with. I would probably do it, but it's a bad idea. It is not the robot to do that with, but it's a cool robot. Excellent's gonna sleep when he's dead. I don't know if you can sleep when you're dead, sir. I don't think when you're dead that you're sleeping. I think there's a difference. Pretty sure. How much components to upgrade a mothership to level 60? I think it depends on the mothership. If you go over to the wiki, it'll tell you the price on each mothership. I don't really know offhand, but I think a lot of them are different. Nightcrawler says brain fart. Or Danny's watching my live during work. Hopefully they don't get mad at you. But I do appreciate you watching. Thank you. That's probably better than doing the work, eh? Excellent. What? He says, Danny, this is a Dester? Are you talking about Destrier? He says, you need to be careful with that, understand. Yep, I get it. Spawn in, get some. I am in your face. I have a very aggressive playing style because I get bored really easily. Some people can hang back and... I mean, I can do that, but I hate to do that. It's not fun to me to sit there and do nothing. Walter says, Karen and Gangle, they're okay. I mean, they're still pretty good weapons. I mean, they work really good on some robots, but not others. The thing is, you got to get really close with them. So they're still good depending on what you put them on. Ah, our Danny's the supervisor. Nice, nice. Brandon, the Ex Machina title. I mean, I don't think that any of those titles do anything, do they? They were supposed to, but I don't think they do. As far as I know, none of the titles are worth anything. I could care less about any of those titles. But there's no bonuses or buffs or anything for those titles. I mean, it's just... I guess it's just bragging rights to be like, hey, look at what title I've got, you know? Oh yeah, Raptor. Walter says Raptor. Raptor is a great robot. Abraka says Frederick. Yeah, go over to the Warbots wiki page and, you know, ask it about the Frederick. You'll be able to find a list of all the upgrades on that. I have no idea how many they need, honestly, but... Excellence says, I don't even equip... I don't blame you. I don't really equip them either. I keep the Mentor one on there because there's only like 10 people in the world that have that, so... I use it. Which weapons are meta upcoming updates? I don't know what you mean by that exactly. Anno, how you doing today? Are you asking about like new weapons that are coming out? I'm not really sure what you're asking about there. Anytime something brand new comes out, you never know if it's going to be good, bad, ugly, crazy overpowered, or what till it comes out on the live server, right? Anything that's currently on the test server, we can only take guesses whether or not that item is going to be good. So I have no idea what something on the test server is going to be like. No clue in the world on that, actually. Old weapons are going to Bath. I'm sorry, but I don't quite follow. I mean, honestly, as far as old weapons go, I think the blast shotguns are some of the best if you like up-close fighting. Dean the Machine, what's up, buddy? they're always rebalancing things. I mean, some things get buffed, some things get nerfed, but there really aren't any older weapons that are currently considered meta. There's still some that are good or they're playable, but I wouldn't say any of those old weapons are meta. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but excellent. Pixonic has to choose you for a mentor. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how you get chosen to be a mentor, honestly. I'm not sure how I got chosen to be a mentor. All I know is one day I received a comment on my YouTube channel from War Robots, and I was like, "Oh yeah, right. This is somebody playing a joke on me, right?" I was like, "Oh, this is bullcrap." And then a couple days later, I got a message from Adrian Chong on Discord, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's real." I'm like, "Really? I thought somebody was messing with me." So I actually thought somebody was just, you know, pretending to be Warabots contacting me. So, because I mean, I had just started this little YouTube channel, like only been doing it for like 3 months, and for some reason, Pixonic liked what I was doing on the channel. But yeah, when Adrian contacted me, I was like, you know, somebody pretending to be from War Robots, and it was actually, he was like, "Oh no, that's really them." I'm like, "Really?" So I was surprised to hear from Adrian, and I was surprised to hear from War Robots, but I got super lucky. Wildcat, what's up, buddy? How's your day going? What's up, Blue Dragon? I appreciate all you guys coming out. I really do. What about the hall monitor? You know, I don't think I ever went to a school that actually had hall monitors that I can remember. Maybe we did, but I don't remember them. I must have never had problems with the hall monitors, because I don't remember actually. I remember like watching TV shows where the hall monitor was always giving kids a hard time, but Aaron says some Samjock players come into their ability. Aaron, are you sure they're not running a phase shift? Sometimes that can trick you. Nightcrawler says, I do, hee. Nightcrawler, was the hall monitor bothering you, buddy? Excellent's never seen one either. Daniel Goss says, everybody is still using Samjock. Are they still overpowered? Yes and no. They're not really overpowered anymore, but they're very powerful. They're no longer like way too much, but they're still a lot, if that makes sense. You gotta play it very well, though. That's the thing. You gotta play it really well. Alright, so Wildcat, unfortunately, I really don't know what they're doing with the discounts on the upgrades, like the specials that run. That's not something they discuss with us, so your guess is as good as mine on that one, but sometimes I do notice they test things all the time, and sometimes they put things back to the way they are. I think they test things, they see how the players react to it. Like right now, I think the operations passes are not very good. I used to always recommend people buying operation passes. Right now, I'm not sure if it's worth it. You know what I mean? I mean, look at this. Let's go look at this really quick, though. If you look at the operations pass, I always forget how to get into there. There's too many of those things. I'm having a brain fart again. Operations, where you at? That's not it. Oh my gosh. There it is. I mean, this is the whole thing, right? That's all we get now. Where's the rest of the stuff? This one, You used to be able to get 4 Dorito chips out of the paid one. Now there's 1 Dorito chip. I mean, there's still a bunch of resources and stuff, but I think the main reason to buy this was to get those 4 Dorito chips. Now you can only get 1. That I don't like. Now this one's almost impossible to complete anyways, but this one's still good if you can complete it. But honestly, I don't like what they've done with the operations at all. So I do notice they're always changing things, they're always testing things, and I think they see how players react to changes. And if it doesn't, you know, I think they find out, does this make us more money or less money? And that's that's what determines whether or not they keep it like it is or they put it back. If they change it like this and enough people still buy it, then they go, okay, we're going to leave it like this. I think that's how it works. Sub WM47. That's my theory on how they test things out is I'm not speaking for them right now. I'm just speculating on how they do their testing there. Because they don't discuss that stuff with us at all. Gonzalo, what's up, buddy? I just go by like educated guesses on the observations that I see. What I notice is, like when they change something like that and there's a huge amount of complaints about it and a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I'm not buying that. Then I notice that doesn't normally stick. But if they take stuff, if they give us less, but people don't complain or people keep buying it, then it usually stays that way. That's what I've noticed. Wildcat says, if it's not broken, let's see if we can break it. Sometimes that's what it feels like. Just D, what's up, buddy? Alright, Just D says, why is it every time I watch War Robots ad, it goes to the loading screen and I never get the rewards? Unfortunately, it sounds like you're having some sort of weird game glitch. It sounds like a lot of people might actually be having that problem right now. How many of you guys are having that issue? Because I've heard a couple other people saying that they were having an issue with that. So I think there may be a problem with some of the ads right now. Nightcrawler, people watching ads but not getting the rewards for it. Excellent says, me from time to time. It's very rare that I've ever had that happen. Like I've pretty much always got my reward. Just D says, I've reported it and nothing's happened. How did you report it? Did you contact game support? Midnight's having that issue too. Walter says, I close it and reopen the Robots app. And that gives you your reward? I'm not sure. Sounds like some people are watching ads and not getting the rewards. Actually, quite a few people seem to be having that issue. Alright, I just spoke that into my phone and it typed it out. So I just put that in a report for you guys. So it's not something we're all experiencing. I've never, I shouldn't say never. It's very rare that that happens to me. Our Danny said, same here, but I reported it and it got fixed. Well, that's awesome, actually. Amit says, rare it happens, so it doesn't bother. Yeah, if it only happens every once in a while, I'm not going to complain. I mean, it sucks when it happens, but if it's a constant problem, then I'm going to be complaining for sure. He watched the Mech Arena. Justy, you're welcome, buddy. Excellent says, tell me what the items were. One was a polka dot tutu, fit to the size for a hippopotamus. One was a invisible bicycle. I never got my invisible bicycle. I was disappointed. Ah, man, yeah, Midnight says watching a 60-second ad and no item is a that would be, actually. That would be. Alright, guys and girls, our stream time is just about up, so if you got any last-minute questions, get them on in there. If you got any last-minute questions, get them on in there. I gotta go record some game footage, but yeah, I'm gonna thoroughly test out the Hell Scotty and snare weapons here in a bit. So I'm gonna pop off of here. I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna do a couple things really fast, and I'm gonna spend the next couple hours recording game footage and testing out the Hell Scotty snares thoroughly. That way I can let you guys know if I think they're still really worth playing or building in the workshop still. If they suck, I'm going to take down that last, I'm probably going to make that last workshop video I made private and make a new one, because I want to make sure those are still good, because I highly recommended those weapons on that last workshop video. So we need to find out, I need to find out if I would still recommend those to people or not, and I'm sure you guys are probably interested on seeing what they're like if you don't already have them, or what my opinion is on them. So we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. There's a couple of, over the next couple of weeks, I'm probably gonna be making a video like that about a couple of different weapons. So we're gonna find out, guys and girls. Danny, you know, I can never find... I used to always have a report button on ads themselves, but I haven't seen that lately. It's like they stole that button from us, which is a bummer. Nightcrawler, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys coming out. Midnight says, hopefully squad on Thursday. Yeah, we might do some squads. Dr. Floyd says, see y'all. Thanks, Danny. Nice one. Yeah, man. Have a great day. Alright, everybody. I think that's it for the day. I'm going to go get a few things done, and then I'm going to be testing out those nerfed weapons. I hope they're... I've played them a little bit. Alright, I've played them a little bit on the last couple of live streams, and I didn't think they were bad, but if I put them on everything and really give it a go, I'll find out for sure. I'll get a true opinion after a couple of hours of playing nothing but those, so I'm going to find out if they're crap or not. Alright, everyone, have a wonderful day. Thank you for coming out. You guys and gals are amazing, and we will catch you next time. Alright. Thank you for being here. You guys are awesome.